Hi guys, so in this video I'll be showing you how to get up to 150. Do you all remember when AI first started? When everybody could make use of Google AI Studio, could make use of VO3, could make use of Grok for free to generate videos, images, and so on. But right now, all these platforms have stopped giving people free tiers, or even if you're going to be giving free um package or credits, it won't be that much. And we've all missed that time. Instead of you subscribing to Claude for $200 and so on, probably you want to use Claude Opus, Claude Sonnet, and you've been subscribing with very huge amount of money. What if I tell you that you can get about $125 or $175 worth of Claude credits? And here is a step-by-step guide on how you can get that credit and be able to use it with CLIs. You want to use it to generate images, or you want to use it to do literally anything like text to speech and all of those stuff. I'll be showing you how to get this and everything you need to do to set it all up on your IDE, be it you're using Corcel, you're using Claude Code, using any other IDEs. So let's get straight into that video. So now on my system, you would find the link to these websites in the description of this video. Now, once you're on this screen, basically all you just need to do is to log in with your GitHub, and that GitHub needs to be at least 3 months old. So let's just kick straight into logging in right now. So continue with GitHub, and yep, right now I have logged in. Now in your own case, once you click on continue with GitHub, it's going to like ask you to connect a GitHub account. Like you should log in your GitHub, and if your GitHub is already logged in, it will just automatically log you in. Now once you log in or you register, you would get this $175 worth of credits. That is just the process. It is just as simple as that. Once you click on the link below this video in the description, you log in with your GitHub. Now after you log in with your GitHub, for you to now like get your API and do the whole configuration for your ID and so on, you just go to API token, then you create a token. Now this creating a token, let me move this. This creating a token aspect, at first I was having issue, because it's a Chinese platform, or I don't know, maybe it's Chinese or Japan. The language, the two looks alike. I don't even understand it, the two safe. But once you get to this particular page, just give it a name, just give it maybe free or Claude or whatever. So then just leave every other settings the way it is, scroll down, and just you can put it at unlimited, or just change this code to maybe you want to use $100, maybe you want to use $50 and so on. But basically I'll just like set mine to unlimited. Now you can see the models that are available right here. You can use Claude Opus 4.8 and also Claude Opus 5. There are other models that are available, but these are the ones that is going to display to you. And if you look at the price list of how much token you'll be getting or you'll be spending per these models, you would see that Claude Opus 5 is actually the cheapest. Don't even try going to this GPT 5.6. Like the token it burns and everything is just crazy. So now just click on submit, and you can always come back here to edit it. So I've gotten my API key right here, and you can always come back here, click on it. Let me move this back to this side. You can always go back there, click on it, and you'll be able to edit all of these things back. Now another thing I would also tell you is, if you want to use this as universal, maybe you still like GPT-5 and all of the rest, instead of you limiting this particular API to just this Claude Opus 5, you can just remove it, then submit. Now you have unlimited everything. You are not limiting anything at all. So just copy this and go to your to the document. Now in the documents, it is actually Chinese. So just if you're using Chrome browser, just change it to English, and right here just click on start using. So here you would see, depending on the platform you want to make use of, if you want to use it for Claude Code, for Codex, for Quen Code, for OpenCode, for OpenClaw, for Amet, yeah, I think it's Ames agents. There are so many agents and so many IDs that came out within a very short period of time. So many. So you can also use it with Pi and so many other, even with your cursor and so many other things. So, but I would basically be using it right now with Claude Code. Now, to use it with Claude Code, or better still, you can use it as well with OpenCode. Now, to use it with this, you'd see the settings right here: Anthropic, auth token, and so many other tokens, other setup ways for you to set it up. So you can just set it up using this. But instead of wasting so much time trying to set it up, you could just copy the link. Now, I would also paste the link in the description of this video. You can just copy that link. Now, let's open up Antigravity IDE, and let's start this setup from there. Now, in case you don't already have Antigravity IDE, I can make a video about it. If you want me to make a video about it, just like send it in the comment section or type it in the comment section and let me know if I should make a video about Antigravity IDE. I believe there are so many videos online already that explained it, but there are some videos that didn't go in details as the way like a lot of people should actually use this anti-gravity IDE, because now there are two types of anti-gravity. There's one normal anti-gravity and there's anti-gravity IDE. So if you want me to make a video about the two anti-gravity and let you know the difference between the two, just type it in the comment section and yeah, I'll make a video about it. So getting back to what we were doing before, so let me open terminal in anti-gravity right now. So I would open a terminal right now, and in that terminal I'll just type in Claude. Now typing in Claude, immediately it will just open up Claude if you've already installed Claude in your PC, and you would see the command to actually just paste and run it, but I've already installed mine. Yeah, to install Claude, you can also install Claude. Just go to the website or just type on your browser. AI is going to actually do the work, and Google has actually integrated AI into every of their platforms, even including email and the rest. So you could just open Claude as well, the initial application for it, and after opening it up, you can change the configuration. Now, because I'm using a MacBook and you might be using something else, you might not be using a MacBook. That is why I would be making use of Gemini to change the model. So I want to use Gemini right now to switch from the model I'm using in anti-gravity to this Claude Opus 5 that we'll be making use of right now. So once you type in Claude right there, it will open up Claude. Now what we need to do right here is to paste in this. With this document, that's the document link, and this API key, that's your API key, set up an agent router as the AI or LLM using Claude Opus 5. Now it's asking me if I trust this folder. Just enter yes. Do you want to use MCP? Use this MCP. You just go with yes, and yep, it's now open. Now what we basically need to do right now is to just paste this, and yep, just okay, with this document set up router for Claude CLI. Okay, so Claude Code CLI. So just to be specific and give it a proper direction. Now you can just switch to a smarter Claude model to make this switch in your Antigravity. So Antigravity gives you the privilege to make use of smart models for free, and you are just capped by a little amount. Now let's just wait for it to load up, and once it's done loading up, we would see the old magic that it has done. Basically, we could just go to the Claude JSON file and just input the details, but it's going to take a little while, and because I'm using a Mac, you might be making use of Windows. It's the where you're going to see that file, the Claude JSON file, is going to definitely be different from where I or anybody using a MacBook is going to see it. So that is why I'm making use of Antigravity right now. Now there's this bug that I used to experience with Antigravity, which is this, but I don't know how to remove it yet. So if you know how to remove it, or you can just refer me to a link of a video that knows or that is experiencing this type of issue and knows how to remove it or get rid of this issue. So that is that. So each time I enter a prompt, it pops up that window, and it can be so annoying sometimes. I enjoy using OpenCode a lot. So let's just input this prompt and just fire it on to get AGENTROUTER running in Claude Code. And as you can see right here, I'm already using this DeepSeek Flash in Claude Code. So right now we are going to be switching from this DeepSeek version Flash free to this AGENTROUTER. So let's just wait for it to think and get everything all started up. So you can see this doing its thing already. So it has started. Let me just allow this, and the CLI is already installed. So if it wasn't installed already, then it wouldn't actually do that. So let's just give it permission, the necessary permissions it needs. Now it's installing it, you can see, and after it's installed it will test it by itself. I mostly make use of OpenCode, so if you're not making use of OpenCode, you can use any platform you make use of. You can use Antigravity, you can use Claude Code itself. There are so many people that are using Claude Code itself, but presently I'm using OpenCode to set this up on my PC. And yeah, it said it's done and completed. So all I just need to do is to close this right now. So I would stop the current running one, then let me open it again. And let's see if it's going to be the one set up right there. So I'll try to set it up right now in OpenCode. So let's go to the settings, then providers. You see I've already set one, but let's do that setup again. So let's go to custom. Now the ID, let's input agent router test. Now what should be in the display? Okay, so let's check the document. That would be the best way to go about it. So the provider ID, now to this, let's copy this, that's the base. Now the API, let's copy our API key, then go back here, paste in our API key. What model do we want to make use of? That's Claude Opus 5. Now what do we want it to display? Claude Opus 5. Now let's check the documents for us to be 100% accurate. Okay. Now for the option to make it a bearer value, okay. So let's do that here as well. Bearer, and then let's put the value. Let's put the value here. The name has a provider ID. Just to make sure we are making use of the right information. That is why I'm doing this troubleshoot. Okay, so the bearer token. So let's come here as well. Let's check model. I am basically just checking if I'm going to find any other thing that is much more useful for us to probably we're not missing anything, because this could be tricky as well. So let's think we can fire on right now. Right now, I want to try their own method of setting it up in Claude app. That's the Claude desktop app. So I've opened the Claude desktop app. So just follow the process, the exact process. I'll enable developer mode. I've enabled that. So I think it's going to close and open up again and open up developer mode for me. Now, let's see what they said we should do. I've enabled developer mode. Now let's go back there again and let's go down here, enable coworker. Okay, developer, configure third party. Okay, so let's go to configure, and right now let's just wait for it to open. So voila, it's opened up. So credentials, let me check it again. So we'll go to connections. Okay, so let me just put this right beside it so we don't keep going on and off the screen. So let me just put this beside it. So we're in connections. That's gateway. Yeah, that is set. The gateway is definitely gateway. Let's just use gateway. Credential kind static. Now credential kind. Now let's input the URL, which is this. Let's copy it and paste it there. Now let's go copy our API key. We'll come back here, paste our API key here, and right here I think now in schema we are going to input the word bearer. Okay, so now let's test that and see if it actually works. Okay, I was able to install something on my PC which is called OmniRoute. So let me open my Docker right now and start up my Docker container. So let me start it up right now. And you guys, because so many guys have been posting online that this is not true, we are not using it and so on. I've used up an account, I've used everything up, and you can see right here that I'm using it and it's actually going, it's working. Okay, so let me show you guys. So my Docker desktop just opened right now. So it's starting my Docker containers. I have about 2 Docker containers there that is meant to start running immediately this has load up. Okay, so the containers have started. You should pop them up right here. Okay, so my containers are running right now. Alright, so let me try and reload this particular page. Okay, so I installed this on my PC, I've been able to use the agent router. So right now in this video, I am not showing you guys how to install this, but in my next video I'll show you guys how to install this on a Cloud VPS. And this is the Cloud VPS right here. You can actually install it on a Cloud VPS for as low as $5.5 or even lesser. So right now you'll find the link to the VPS to make use of in the description. So let's go to providers right here. Okay, so right now in providers, let's just set for agent router. I've been able to make use of the agent router. So this is it right here at the bottom right here. So just click on it. You can see that I have one particular account connected right now. I can actually have multiple accounts connected. So I'll be connecting this second account right now. So basically what you just need to do is to add a new API. Just add a new one. Just click on this add. Now let me open up that Chrome that we were like editing the last time. So just to copy the API key. Okay, so let's go back. Let's click on add. So we give it a name. Let's say free. Then click on this, paste in that, and you can just click on check to check if it's going to connect or not. Now you should see, yeah, so it's valid, and right now you can just click on save, and yeah, we have that set up right now. And I want to show you that it is actually real and it's working very fine for me. So I'm saving it right there. So you can see it said 3 models available, and now I want to give it a shot. I'll give it a try right now. Okay, let me delete the previous one I have there, so you won't think I'm using the previous one. So I'm deleting that right now, so you guys can see. So you can see it is just the free one that is left now, and I could just scroll down here to playground, and I can select these are the available models. I can select these and you would see it work right now. So once I just type I, you would see it respond to me right here. I was unable to complete the video that very day, and this is 5 days after, and I don't know what the issue was, but I was getting errors, and this is me now trying it again on live. So this is me testing it again just to see if it actually worked after connecting it. Actually, that very day I was trying it, I was getting so many errors, and I think it's because agent router is getting so many traffic. They're giving so many credits to so many people, and the traffic is really high. You can see before it wasn't this slow. Right now it's slow again, but you can see right here that I was actually making use of it to just say, okay, looks good. But right now you can see it's very slow. So sometimes it could be slow, and sometimes you could be lucky and be able to use it as fast as possible. And they even have a notice right here on their website that they're experiencing some unauthorized 401 issues. So you could go through everything. They actually post notice here once a while, and you can also join their Discord as well after joining with your GitHub. So you would get notifications right there to know. You can see it has actually responded to it back right now. You can see, hello, what can I help you with? So you could just ask any other thing. Probably you want to now use it in maybe OpenCode and stuff like that. Then you could just copy your API key. You could let me try to regenerate another API key right now, then go to OpenCode and give it a try. So Alright, so let me go back to API right here, and I would try to regenerate another API key. So let me create another API key for this testing purpose. OpenCode for this test purpose, and just create. That is my API key right there. And right now I can just open up my OpenCode. So let me open OpenCode right now. Okay, so I'm going to my settings right now to actually input that I just recently the OmniRoute I'm on, I mean. So for the to use the OmniRoute, I would just need to input. Let me first input this, and let me paste it somewhere I can actually just pick it up from whenever I need it again. Okay, so now let's check for our open router, then the endpoint to my open router. Now the name of my open router and the provider. So it could be anything. You could just put Omni router there as a display name, OmniRouter, and yeah, let's input the 9 router. Let's input the 9 router model right now, so we can use that successfully while working. Okay, so this is the one I'll be importing, the one right there. And I'll open my OpenCode again. This is it. Then copy this out. I think that is all. But in case header is needed, it is actually optional though. So let's just let that go, and now let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. It should appear right here. Okay, according to the way it's meant to go, I'm meant to like always start it. So let me quit and we start OpenCode again. Then I should be able to now see the OmniRouter that I just added to the provider. Okay, so let's check it out right now. It should be in here somewhere. Okay, so this is it. Now let's give it a shot. Let's just type hi, and let's see if it's actually going to bring out something. So you can see in the playground it was responding to me before. Let me give it a try again. Let's say hello here. So we have different call pull from different sides. Okay, so this one is also, it's actually taking some time, but I'm very sure as time goes on, AGENTROUTER is actually going to use it. Finally responded, and as time goes on, just try and get the credits. And as time goes on, I'm very sure they're going to work on actually getting this issue fixed and getting it to work even better. You can see it's now working. Now I'm using AGENTROUTER in AGENTROUTER is now linked with OmniRouter, and I can now use it on OpenCode. So that is that about that, and don't forget the link is in my description. And if you need a video on how to install OmniRouter on your server, I comment in the comment section to let me know that you actually need that video. And if you also need the link to where to get the cheapest VPS to actually make use of for your OmniRouter storage or setup, just let me know. Let me show you. So with the link below, you should be getting this. Just choose or select the cheapest one. So for a month, you pay about $6.6, and for a year you pay $5.61. So for this 1 year now, you'll just be paying as little as $67 for a whole year to make use of the AGENTROUTER and to install any other thing using OmniRouter or any other thing you want to install on your server. So I'll be posting more videos on how to utilize your server and use it for as many things as possible, even if it's as this low CPU and RAM. And for proof that I'm actually spending funds from my wallet, you can see right here. For proof that I'm actually spending funds from my wallet, this is it. And this is my other account. Let me show you the first account. So this is my first account. You can see I have about 224 credits here, and you can see I've used it. I used it on the 13th, and this is the one I'm using today on the 18th. So you can see right here. So it works fine, just that sometimes you might be getting errors with it due to traffic. So remember, all the links to signing up and to getting a server to set up OmniRouter on is in the description. If this actually works for you, kindly come back to the comment section and give a review about this. And also do not forget to smash that subscribe button. Thank you for watching. See you next time.